Have you ever felt adrift in a relationship, almost like you're swimming with sea dragons? It can be both captivating and frightening. What if I told you that the emotional connections you rely on might hide dangers just beneath the surface? Many believe emotional intelligence is a superpower that can save any relationship. Imagine navigating through waves of misunderstandings, feeling prepared only to find yourself drifting further away from shore. Some people don emotional intelligence like armor, thinking it will keep them safe. However, this often leads to a false sense of security. You might feel confident in reading emotions, yet still miss subtle cues that reveal deeper issues. Picture this: you're in a heated conversation, convinced you're being empathetic. You nod and listen, but your partner feels unheard. You thought you were doing everything right, but just like a sea dragon, your misunderstanding surfaces unexpectedly. Let's dive deeper. Emotional intelligence can sometimes blind you to your own biases. You might believe you understand your partner's feelings, but what if you're just projecting your own experiences onto them? This can create a chasm instead of a bridge, leading to disconnects that fester beneath the surface. Over time, small misunderstandings can snowball into significant conflicts. Your partner feels alienated, and you're left wondering why the waters feel so cold and stormy. It's a dangerous spiral, isn't it? But here's the twist: the solution isn't about trying harder to understand emotions. It's about peeling back the layers and confronting your assumptions. What if, instead of trying to read the room, you asked the right questions? What if you invited genuine dialogue? As we wrap up this exploration, consider this: the danger isn't in emotional intelligence itself, but in the misconceptions that come with it. Reflect on your relationships. Are you swimming with sea dragons, or are you navigating toward calmer waters? Take a moment to pause and think about what you've learned today. And maybe, just maybe, it's time to dive a little deeper. Did you know there's a creature deep in the ocean that mirrors the complexities of human emotions? Picture a sea dragon gliding through dark waters. It's breathtaking, yet it conceals dangerous secrets. The hidden risks of misconceptions about emotional intelligence in relationships are much like that mysterious creature, with many people unknowingly swimming into these traps. Imagine having a conversation where you feel connected and understood, and then suddenly everything shifts. Your partner's expression changes, and the tone of the discussion alters. What just happened? It's a miscommunication dance, often fueled by misunderstandings about emotional intelligence. You might think you're great at reading emotions, but are you really? Misconceptions can lead to assumptions that derail relationships. Perhaps you've noticed your partner pulling away and assumed they simply don't care. But what if they're grappling with their own hidden struggles and misinterpreting your intentions? Let's explore a common scenario: you're sharing your feelings, hoping it will bring you closer, yet your partner seems overwhelmed and unable to connect. It's as if they're lost in a foreign sea, struggling to navigate your emotional depth. Many couples face this disconnect, not due to a lack of love, but because of invisible walls built by misconceptions. They think they understand each other, but misinformation creates riptides that pull them apart. Every relationship has those moments when emotions clash, like waves crashing against rocks. You might sense your partner's frustration and interpret it as indifference. But what's really happening beneath the surface? Are they wrestling with their own vulnerabilities? As tension rises, defensiveness can take over, and you both end up swimming in circles, lost in a sea of misunderstandings. It's not about woe's right or wrong, it's about navigating these emotional waters together. Now let's talk solutions. The first step is to peel back those layers. Instead of making assumptions, ask questions. Imagine how different things could be if you expressed your needs without fear of judgment. Emotional intelligence isn't just about understanding feelings, it's about creating a safe space for both partners. What if, instead of shutting down, you encouraged open dialogue? This shift might be exactly what you need to avoid hidden dangers. As we surface from this deep dive, take a moment to reflect. Are you truly aware of the emotional currents in your relationships? The next time you feel that confusing pull, pause and take a breath. Navigating emotional waters can be challenging, but awareness is your compass. So, are you ready to explore the unseen struggles lurking beneath the surface? Your relationships may depend on it. What if I told you that the emotional intelligence you think you have might be hiding something darker? Imagine navigating your relationships with a creature as elusive as a sea dragon, only to discover that the real danger lies in what you don't see. Many people believe they understand their own emotions and those of others, but there's a misconception lurking beneath the surface. It's easy to overlook subtle stress signals, assuming they only appear in obvious ways. That's where the real danger begins. Picture this: you're chatting with a friend who seems engaged, nodding along, but something feels off. You notice tension in their posture and a flicker of anxiety in their eyes, yet you brush it aside thinking, I know them well enough. But what if those signals are actually a cry for help? Ignoring these signs can create a toxic whirlpool. Like a sea dragon, they remain hidden until they strike. You might believe your emotional intelligence helps you navigate smoothly, but many people sail right into the storm without a life raft. Now, imagine you're at a family gathering, laughter filling the air, but you see your sibling retreating to a corner. You notice it but convince yourself they just need space. However, that space could be concealing a storm of unexpressed feelings. Misreading these signals can strain relationships you cherish. As tension builds, the stakes get higher. What if your closest relationships started to unravel because you didn't recognize the warning signs? The fear of losing someone can drive us, yet it often leads to deeper miscommunication. These hidden dangers grow like shadows in the ocean's depth. Now let's consider a different approach. What if you leaned in instead of stepping back? What if you asked that sibling if everything was all right? This simple act could open the door to understanding, transforming a potential crisis into a conversation and revealing the layers beneath the surface. It's not just about recognizing stress signals, it's about creating an environment where both partners feel safe to express their emotions. Here's the improved version of your script. Chunk: think about it. How often have you hesitated to express your own feelings? That same fear can